I'm Bopsto, the Elder Weeb.
And I'm Red, the bald-headed wonder.
We are the Anime Boys.
The anime
Anime Boys. And today we're continuing
boys.
our journey through My Dress Up Darling.
Sorry,
What'd you say?
nothing. I was
What did you
just.
say?
Did I cut out?
You cut out for me.
It's not gonna cut out on the video though. I just
Yeah.
kept on with the boys.
Uh, Prime near
Uh,
you.
but anyway,
But anyways, we're continuing our journey through My Dress Up Darling. We
starting with
left off.
episode 7.
Yeah, we left off with poor Gojo nearly dying from seeing a naked girl.
Nikki
That
Ghoul,
naked girl happened to be the cosplayer that Kitagawa looks up to,
the
and now she's
cosplay,
wanting
one of the
a
cosplay
cosplay.
giants.
Yeah, and she's wanting to have Gojo make a cosplay for her.
No, she wants her to, or wants him to be her personal
Yeah.
cosplay
Well,
artist.
that's what it starts out with, but then she's like it goes down to she wants him to make her
Well, that's
cosplay.
after she meets
Yeah.
Kitagawa.
hmm But anyways, so the episode 7 starts with her talking about how she wants to go fucking big
Yeah,
for
she
her
wants, yeah,
cosplay, including a fucking studio space.
which costs about 10,000. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
similar to like
Uh-huh.
20,000 in our currency. Like,
About.
what
It'd
what's
probably be
the
close.
ratio there? I'm not real sure.
I'm not sure. But I'd say it's definitely within like the thousands within dollars, but I wouldn't say it's 20,000.
Either way, let's just say
But
it's very
anyways,
expensive for that
it's
studio
quite
space.
expensive. Um, and Kitty was like, awesome, studio space. It's gonna be awesome for our double cosplay. And Juju's all like, oh man, I don't want no double cosplay. I don't want
Yeah.
to do this. And then Goju's just like, we'll pay
Yeah, Juju's like, nah, fuck that kid, bro. Like,
until money's involved.
and then they said we can split it 3 ways, and then she said,
Yeah.
ooh, cha-chingers.
Ooh. Yeah, sure. Let's do this shit.
Yeah,
I'm
let's do it.
down.
Let's do it. But uh, Juju is seeing Gojo's majestic hentai masterwork,
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It's like, yo, dude, that,
which is the dress that he made for Kitagawa,
yeah.
and I think at this point, after he introduces the dress to her and shows his work and everything, Grandpa walks in, right?
I think so. I'm not so sure. It's been like a week or so. Um. Oh, he does. I don't
No, 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 no. It
think
cuts
he
to them
walks in. Yeah.
sitting down at dinner, talking about
Yeah.
Hina dolls, and he's judging Gojo's work after him not
Yeah.
doing it for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. And Grandpa and I like this about it because I love the relationship between Gojo and his grandfather. It's such a nice relationship,
Yeah,
and
it's very humble and nice.
it has this nice little scene where he is like, "Well, you've been working on Kitagawa's makeup and whatnot. Perhaps you helping her with her cosplay has helped improve your skills."
Grandpa approved.
His grandpa, she is grandpa improved. I do want to back it up for just a second because there's a funny little scene where uh Gojo flusters poor Juju with by mentioning his that he did his research for the
Oh.
cosplay
And we're referring to the cosplay that
to the
Kitagawa
cosplay
did,
he made for Kitagawa, the hentai game
which was
cosplay.
a hentai
Yeah.
game. Like,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
like Juju's just like, oh, we get
Oh
it.
no.
We get it. You did your research.
You
She
don't
gets
gotta
all
explain no further.
she got all flustered.
Yeah.
Um,
Um
but
but um but there's an even nicer scene with his granddad. I don't know if you wrote this in your notes, but it stood out to me is uh Gojo's
sorry.
grandfather encourages him to find beauty everywhere.
Yeah, I literally just about to talk about this. So yeah, well, I'm glad we
Okay,
both.
well you can
I'm
take it
glad.
away.
No, no, like what I was gonna say is that
Yeah.
Grandpa hits Gojo with just the wisest words ever, just talking about how
Hmm.
each person draws beauty in different ways, which in case of Gojo's case, it's Kitagawa's smile. And I don't know if this was like
Yep.
fully introduced, but I know he talked about it whenever he was making the dress within the week span that he only had to make it. And
Yeah.
he pushed on for Kitagawa's smile and her just everything about her, her drive to want to be a good cosplayer. And Grandpa just
Hmm.
hits him with, "Yeah, you might not think you might have been doing well, but your drive and your willpower to help her has really improved your skills tenfold." So
Yeah.
I thought that was really really cool.
Hmm. Yeah, it's really good. Like I said, almost every scene with Gojo and his granddad is always like such a treat. There's such a they
It's
have
just
such
really
a
wholesome.
good dynamic.
You know what's really
Um,
funny though? I don't know if you've read
what?
any of the manga yet,
No, not yet.
but Grandpa comes across a lot more aggressive in the manga than he does in the anime.
Hell yeah.
Like whenever he sits down and talks to Gojo about how long he's been making Hina dolls,
Yeah.
it's not some meager like in the anime. You know, it's he said been
It's
doing
like,
it.
oh, it's 48.
No, in
It's
the
just,
manga, it's like he's like, how long do you think I've been doing this? Gojo's like 47,
yeah.
48 years. Like
Yeah,
it's
no, yeah, no.
insane.
I did, and they drew like I did see that a little bit. They drew
Yeah,
like a small like
it's
angry expression on his
yeah, like
face. It's kind
he's
of,
a lot
I guess
more
I guess they grow. They might play up the crotchety the crotchety slightly, maybe.
maybe. I think they did in the manga,
But
but
just that.
in the
But here
anime,
he's just chill.
he passes the vibe. He passes the vibe.
He does pass the vibe.
But
Um, so Gojo and agrees to meet up with Kitagawa at her apartment.
to get
So to get the anime
the anime
because
that he
it's
needs for Black Lily to do
um
um
yeah
Juju's new dress
an entire ass fucking classic
series.
90s anime that probably ran on for hundreds of episodes like most anime did in the 90s.
Yeah,
Um,
like Dragon
like I
Ball.
said, this is like the equivalent of like Sailor Moon or like Yu Yu Hakusho, where it's like, this is like 120 episodes.
Yeah, it's
Um,
insane.
but but another thing is, I don't know if you know this about Japanese anime. So, here in America, we have usually like complete series or complete season box sets.
Yeah.
In Japan, they're first sold in volumes, which usually contains about 3 episodes per volume. And
Ew.
Kugawa is giving him these anime in volumes. So when she said when she's wanting him to go over to get them, it's because it's literally like a huge ass stack of fucking DVDs.
Dang, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
crazy as
yeah.
hell. We
That's
should.
how that's how the releases tend to go in
Why don't they
Japan.
just
At least with the first
modernize,
release.
dude?
That's just how it is.
That's
I think they
crazy.
do release bigger box sets later, but usually, especially whenever it's like a newer anime, most of the time the anime is released in volumes.
Bobsto, the
Uh,
Elder Weeb, coming in clutch again
I, I
with
I
the
strike
facts.
I strike again with my elder wisdom.
Him and he's grandpa
Uh,
approved.
but he's going to the door and she's late. And, oh man, why is she late to the door? Well, it turns out most of us most self-respecting weeb and otaku, she decided to do the age old late night anime binge.
That is so dangerous. Like it's so dangerous to play that game.
Yeah, I think you know, Red, because what you missed like 2 or 3 days of classes in
To
college
yeah, just to
because you did late night binges.
dude, I stayed up for 3 days and binged Fairy Tale. Like
Yeah.
oh, just to watch it. My dad was like, "Don't you have
Uh,
classes?" I'm like, "Nah, they canceled them for a few days." Like, "Don't you have work?"
Let's-
Like, "Nah, I'm off."
nah,
Like,
man, I'm good.
I called in too.
Mhm.
It was a
Um,
crazy
and then Kitty got fight. She's at the door. She's in her hoodie and whatnot, just casual housewear. You know
Boom!
what happens, Red? What
The
happens?
big bajongas are hanging out. They're just
The
hanging
big
out.
Jungas are hanging out, but
They're
what else?
chilling. She
What else happened?
Gojo is just sitting there trying not to make eye contact with the tits. And
Yeah,
Kitagawa leans over and she's like, "Why are you acting weird?" She looks in the mirror and freaks out because she don't have her colored eye contacts in.
yeah. She's apparently. It seems she's quite insecure about not wearing her colored eye contacts.
So let's just get on the subject of
Yeah,
Kitagawa. She doesn't care to show her body like ever. Like
yeah,
she's very
yeah.
open with
She's
her
just chill.
body
She's just chill.
until Gojo starts doing something that she gets real
Yeah,
flustered about.
yeah.
But we get to see her true eye color,
Which is
which
like
is
it's like brown,
brown,
most Japanese high schoolers, their eyes are brown.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
I love how they put the
Hmm.
aspect of her having actual colored eye contacts
Yeah.
instead of it
Well, it's
just
just like
being
that.
that color.
Her hair also has to be dyed blonde because her natural hair color would be like a dark brown or black.
Yeah, it's really, really
Yeah.
cool.
So that's usually what the Gyaru subculture, which would be what she belongs to, is called the Gyaru subculture,
What is
where it's basically like the
Gyaru?
it's like English for gal. Basically, it's just like think like Valley Girls, but in Japan, but Japanese.
Oh,
Usually
again.
usually in anime, they're really dumb, but she's like kind of a subversion of that trope because she's not like she's not a bimbo, basically.
Well, maybe we should start adding a new segment to this called Bopsto's Random Factoids.
Yeah. Listen, man, when you've spent all your weave years looking into different things about Japanese subcultures, you kind of just go on those rabbit hole binges. Um,
But on top of
but
all
anyways,
this happening,
back to it. Then
Gojo's
uh,
freaking out just for the aspect of him being inside of her home with the invite.
yeah,
And it's not the fact that
hmm
he's in the home with Kitagawa, it's the fact that he's out at someone's house. Like
yeah,
he doesn't know what to do with the invite that he was given. Like he's just
hmm
like, I could just get this stuff
should I
and leave. I need to
should I be
hurry.
scared? Should I be horny? Should I accept this? Should I not?
But
Um,
but out comes
um,
Kitagawa, and she's like, you know what? You know, it'd be a good idea. Let's watch some episodes together.
yeah, and dude, I have a note specifically about these damn episodes. I think we mentioned the last part, but I don't mention it again. The tribute to the overall tribute to like '90s anime is so fucking on point with how cheesy its like melodrama is
Yeah.
with these scenes, because it's like super over the top voice acting and it's like super like overly dramatic. It's just it's great. It hit upon like a flavor of anime that's not really a thing anymore with how because of how things have progressed with anime and whatnot. And
Hmm.
so it's just a treat to
It's very
see
interesting to
that
see the
flavor.
dynamic between the old '90s style and the 2020 style. Because
Yeah.
honestly, if you take the two together, the 2020 style has come insanely far out,
Hmm.
depending on the studio that makes it.
Yeah.
So we've watched a couple. We watched an old movie, Wolf Children, if y'all have caught that for the people who are new.
Yeah.
It has like that old grainy but really really pretty style to it that I just absolutely love.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
but I love the old '90s aspect. Big
Yeah.
eyes, like really
Especially it's
shiny.
yeah, you got your chibi animal character.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
really really good all the way around. Just the old
and
'90s style.
especially since we watched it dubbed, they went extra ham on the fucking dubbing for this like little like in universe anime.
They did.
It's
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 really
because
good.
it sounded like a night. It sounded like an actual, almost like an actual like '90s dub you'd hear with like I said, like back to what I said or something like almost like a Yu Hakusho or Sailor Moon type deal, where it's just super over the top acting. Um, but anyways, while they're just chilling, watching episodes, Gojo's enjoying it. He's even crying at certain points,
Being
and
a little bitch.
Kitagawa breaks out the fucking leopard print tissue box.
Yeah, and she just then realizes
Oh
that they're in
shit.
the middle of an at-home date. So
Yeah,
at
and then
this
he
point,
starts
well,
freaking the fuck out.
she's just like, "Oh my god, what do I do? He's here. He's so cute. Why should I be falling for him? He's so cute." She's shaking, having fucking freak out
Yeah,
spasms.
yeah.
She's just talk. She's like
Hmm.
making random fucking noises and
Hmm.
shit. Like it's crazy. It's so
But
stupid.
seeing her get, I think I mentioned to this when we were like watching it, but seeing her get like this like flustered and whatnot, and the ways in which she does it, even down to like the little sound she makes, reminds me a whole lot of my girlfriend, and so it kind of it hits home a little bit.
But
Yeah, she's freaking out.
she's like,
Her
"Oh,
her stomach, her fucking stomach betrays her yet again.
again." So her stomach growls in the middle of all this, like all these feelings, and Gojo's like, "Oh, let me make you some lunch. You sound hungry." And she's like, "No, you're a guest here. I'm making lunch." And
Uh,
Gojo immediately
he,
he goes from like, "Oh, thank you for the oh wait, I need to make
it's
this
just
meal. Let me make
yeah,
it, please. I
it's just like
insist."
it's like you're being offered a meal from you know that shit's gonna be deadly. You don't want that shit.
Yeah, you don't want it. You don't
You
want
don't
that
want
dumb
that.
shit. It's
You don't
like,
want the Twilight or Gojo cooking.
but she insists on cooking. So she goes to the kitchen. She's like, "All right, what do I make?" She puts on her little cute apron thing and she just goes with it. And then all of a sudden she thinks of this really cute thing to make, which is an omelet.
Yeah,
And
it's omelet rice
it
in
was
particular.
omelet rice. And
Yeah,
she has this cute idea of putting a heart on it and saying Gojo or some dumb shit on it. And
yeah. I like seeing her. I like seeing her trying to psych herself up about doing it.
yeah, it was very like
It's good.
wholesome. It was really
It's very
wholesome
wholesome and
moment.
cute.
And it immediately cuts from her thinking about making it to making this really fucked up thing on a plate.
Yeah, it's super fucking botched. The base. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. She did all the steps right, and even like even though it fucking got botched, it turned out semi decently.
It did. It did.
It,
Well, in a
yeah,
sense of
wait,
it's in a sense of Gojo saying it tasted good.
yeah, folding the omelet can be a bitch sometimes,
Dude,
especially when you have rice and stuff on it.
omelets suck duty crack. Like,
Yeah, they're awesome. I love eating a good omelet, but dude, making them, like if you fuck it up, like you fucked up your
I
omelet.
mean,
You
I'm
can't no.
pretty good at making omelets, but I hate making
Yeah.
them because they're so easy
Hmm.
to mess up. But I've been making
Yeah.
omelets since I was like tiny, so like omelets are
Hmm.
pretty easy for me. And then on top of
Yeah.
that, I'm a connoisseur of eggs. I don't I don't know what it
Dude,
is.
the eggs are just good.
I
They're just
love
good.
eggs. But
Um,
he eats this
but
entire plate of food.
and
And
even compliments her. It's like, oh, this taste. What did you do? And I think
so
it's just,
my boy Gojo, the mega Chad that he is, scarfs down this food because she made it.
yeah,
Gojo is a fucking Chad all the
yeah,
way. But then all of a sudden, he's a flower princess.
yeah. Um,
It's a part in the anime to where he literally screams out that he's a flower princess.
hell yeah. But even though Gojo, actually seemed to enjoy Kitagawa's dish, he was unable to correctly identify what the dish was because he thought he thought it was fried rice.
He really did.
Yeah, and it's like, no, it's supposed to be
It's
omelet rice, but
eggs.
he's just like, oh man, it must be fried rice.
It turned out in the best kind of
I
way,
mean,
though.
it may as well be fried rice at that point with it because of how the egg bursts. And it's just rice with chunks of
Yeah,
egg in it.
but But that brings us to,
Um,
the end of the actual episode where
yeah,
Gojo sends the details of the new dress over to Juju.
yeah,
And Juju gets to see his awesome scripting measuring skills go to
mm-hmm,
work on that piece of paper. And
yeah,
on top of him sending in the details, she gives him a few ideas for the dress as well and teaches him a few tricks about eye shape and learning about different things you can do with makeup for cosplay. And
yeah.
I like this
Fucking
scene in particular because Gojo's starting to get really excited about the idea of cosplay. And it's just a real
yeah,
wholesome, like really cool moment for Gojo because he's starting to get interested in more things other than Hina dolls. And his character's
yeah,
starting to evolve a little bit, and I really
mm-hmm,
love, like it's later now that he's, it's in the later
yeah,
episodes, so they didn't rush the new thing being cool to him.
yeah,
It came as he started progressing his skills in it, and I really love that
yeah.
idea. Um,
Mm-hmm. Um, but yeah, I love to talk about like I said. So like, I love that this anime and in turn the manga covers the topic of cosplay because, well, one, it's a topic that not most slice of life anime cover, and
yeah,
they go so in depth with it about the different techniques things cosplayers would use to get certain details. So like with Juju talking about the body tape being used to like change eye shape and whatnot.
yeah, that's what I was talking
Um
about. Just learning about all
yeah,
this new
it's just
stuff.
learning. And even down to when we get to the next episode talking about different ways of using a camera. Um but anyway, so he's wanting to learn more about operating a camera because she talked about how her younger sister takes her pictures and whatnot,
Yeah,
and he's like,
and
"Oh, your shit looks good. I want to learn. Can we meet her?" And Juju's like, "Yeah, sure, we can meet. Let's meet tomorrow." And then the episode ends.
they announced that she's in middle school,
She's in middle school,
and
and
not what they expected
yeah,
at
so
all.
she suffers from what I have now called Bill Watkins syndrome because she's a middle schooler, meaning she's like 11 or 12, but she's straight. She is obviously her body has developed a whole lot faster than her actual age because she fucking looks like either a late high schooler or like a 20-year-old woman.
Yeah, it's really crazy. But they meet up at this
Mhm.
little diner that's close to Juju's house, and they're getting a
Yeah,
crash course on camera work, which is obviously Kitagawa was freaking out about how big Juju's sister's tits are, which at this
yeah.
moment
She's like, "Oh man, look at your figure, girl. I wish I could be like that."
in middle school anyway.
Yeah.
But Juju at this point to me is a real fucking Becky, and I don't appreciate it.
What do you mean she's a Becky?
Well, it's because the way that she acts, she's like, I don't care
Well,
about the
she's
fans, and I just don't like you. I'm here
oh,
to.
she's just shy. She just wants to take her pictures,
I
and
know,
that's
but I'm
it's
talking
just how
about
it
at this
is.
point, before we started
Yeah,
getting to know her
kind
better,
of.
she turned
I don't
into
know. That,
a
that's.
Becky to me.
I mean, that's not how how I read the situation at all.
Well,
But
well, that's the
that's
whole point. We're just giving our thoughts and
like,
ideas.
yeah, I know.
Uh,
Like, if she was being more rude about it, I'd understand. But she's like throughout the entire scene, she is shy and timid,
I
and
wouldn't even
so I
say
mean,
that she's shy
she
and timid. She's very straight and to the point of what she wants.
yeah, because she's shy. She just says her points quickly
I think she
without
says her
any
points
further.
quickly because she's just that way. She's just very
No,
bossy and to the
she's
point.
shy. She's shy.
She's shy about certain things, but we're on two different
She is
scales here.
super shy.
All right. Well,
I love,
let's just leave it
yeah.
to if anybody
Well,
has
it's the
watched this and is now watching our video, please comment the diversity that we are having here right now. What do y'all think? Because I would like to know. Because to me,
yeah.
we have two different concepts of juju right
Mhm.
now, and
Oh, Juju.
I
Oh, I thought we were
said
talking about the younger
juju.
sister.
No
I'm sorry,
wonder.
fuck. I was talking about this younger. Oh, fuck,
I
shit.
said juju,
Okay.
dude.
Okay, yeah, sorry. We were on younger sister talk, and I got stuck on younger sister.
Dude, I said
Yeah,
Juju's a real
okay,
Becky at this
that's
point.
that. Okay, that I can agree with.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But
shit.
either way,
My brain
they're
had a dumb moment.
after they get over the whole like, oh my god, you look great for a middle schooler, they actually start getting into the crash course for camera work,
Yeah.
which is incredibly detailed, by the way.
Uh-huh.
You could literally just do the stuff that they're talking about. And with them talking about
Yeah.
photo editing and everything like that, man, they really explain the process of how hard it actually is, on top of little neat
Hmm.
tips and tricks that you can do with camera work to make yourself glow up
Yeah.
better. And I was like, man, like, how much research does these people do? Like, it's on top of, they probably had somebody who already knew, but
Either that or the person who makes the manga themselves has some experience in it.
it kind of seems like they do if you think about it,
Yeah.
because there's just too much detail to it.
Or at least knows people who did have that experience.
Right, like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
after
But
they get
yeah.
this really cool crash course on how lighting works and all this other stuff, they go to go to meet up for the studio.
Yeah,
Just
and
to check it out. It's not even the actual studio time at this point. It's just them checking out the
yeah.
studio.
Now
And
Now, Red, before we say what the studio is, I'm sure like you was assuming that's like it'd be like an actual like studio space,
yes, it really messed with me
like.
when we saw it.
But it turns out this what the usually I guess this is how they work in Japan, or at least the studio that they rented. It's more like the studio itself bought a location
I think that's what
that is
happened.
remote. Like the studio that they rented from basically has like owns various remote properties.
And it's just for actual photo shoot
Yeah,
things. Like if people want to do
and
like horror cosplays and stuff like that,
yeah, and so
they got places for that,
for this case, it's an abandoned hospital.
which is
And it even
crazy.
it even comes with fucking syringes that are still on the ground.
It's crazy, dude.
It's a dingy ass fucking abandoned hospital.
Yeah,
They didn't
it's
clean
messed
out the
up.
shit.
But before we get into this, let's just get into the outfit Kitagawa was wearing up here. I put a
Yeah.
little note in. I said Kitagawa shows off her gang colors. Grove Street would be blasting right now.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Grove
Ah,
Street would
shit.
not be
Here we
proud.
go again. You get to the wrong house,
You
fool.
come to the wrong house, fool. I want a number nine. Number nine large.
Hell yeah. But um
But either way,
but
it is a very creepy.
Juju's not liking the vibe.
Juju getting a little scared.
She don't he just got some bad juju up in here.
Shut up, boss. Shut up, dude. Bopsto, just don't.
Hell
That
yeah.
was terrible. That was awful.
Hell yeah, that's what come on man, you know that was good.
No, no, it was not. But anyway,
Yeah.
Kitagawa gets some new skills introduced to her about lighting and how different things can make different things look
Yeah,
better.
she
Like
learns
different.
about the wonders of backlighting.
It's really cool. And
Yeah.
as
I also oh sorry, you continue.
if you were gonna say something before this next part, go
Oh no.
ahead.
Oh yeah, so I love how they also talk about like the reflector sheet
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, that was really
And
neat
shit,
too.
I don't know if you've gone out. You've probably seen, you've gone out and taken like professional photos and probably had to deal with reflector sheets and whatnot. That
Once, like
shit's
in
pretty.
high school.
Yeah,
But
but yeah,
yeah, it was crazy how they were talking about
mhm,
reflector sheets and all this really cool like high quality studio stuff. Um,
yeah,
but at this point, it as Kitagawa was learning all this cool stuff upstairs, uh, Gojo consoles Juju as she's having her big creep fest,
yeah. She's not
and
having a good time.
Gojo the Mega Chad just has a way with his hose. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
uh,
Gojo's hose,
yeah, Gojo's hose.
go hose. uh,
It's like
uh,
I don't know why, but whenever you said that, I thought of Mojo Jojo.
Gojo's ho hos.
Put a beard on him and a red hat.
Oh yeah. But
Um,
anyways, he's talking with Juju, and
but
she asks him what his dreams and aspirations were,
and they just get on this
and
tangent
this nice little talk,
about
such as
how dreams are meant to be sought after, and
yeah,
Juju gets sad because she doesn't get to do all the cosplays that she really wants to do,
hmm
but she gets really shocked by Gojo saying that she does really, really incredible work. And then
yeah,
Gojo has this epiphany about what his grandpa felt whenever Gojo complimented his work when he was a little child.
yeah,
And
yeah.
really cute, wholesome
But
conversation. But
I
um,
I, I like this. So I like the sort of parallel where basically when Juju saw the cosplay photos and whatnot, she had a very similar experience to when Gojo was first introduced to Hina dolls.
yeah.
And I also like the whole thing where she actually sought out Gojo because she was super jealous of how
Yeah.
well Maureen of how well Kitagawa can cosplay
By the way,
and how good the
Maureen
cosplay was.
and
Maureen is
Kitagawa are the
Kitagawa,
same
same person.
people.
Yeah. Um,
We haven't
as
discussed that
was
yet. We always
yeah.
called her
When you say
Kitagawa.
Kita, well, you started it, and I was like, if I say Maureen, it's gonna be the odd duck,
I
and
like calling her Kitagawa more. It's much easier
yeah.
to remember than Maureen.
hmm
um,
Um,
just be glad
but
I'm pronouncing her name correctly.
yeah, Kitagawa is easy to pronounce though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it.
uh, but anyways, poor Juju about fucking dies after she realizes, oh shit, I'm having unprotected hand holding.
But essentially, Juju just breaks down, and I have a note in here again as well. It says, Juju wants to be Hermione and could never get the chance to tell Ron to
Yeah.
stop.
Uh, oh my god. Ah, Wingardium Leviosa.
Stop. Stop it, Ron. Stop it.
Stop. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
Uh,
but
in a general sense, Juju sought Gojo out just to steal him from Kitagawa.
yeah,
She just wanted to steal Kitagawa's mans.
yeah. Um, but like I said, she about fucking dies from unprotected hand holding.
Gojo has skills so good he made Juju faint.
Yeah, he took her first handhold from her.
But
um,
she
but anyways,
faints.
that
It moves on to the next
it moves on.
scene, which
Beach
is
episode, and
the
this where
beach episode. Or
that's where this episode turns into the beach episode,
hell yeah!
and or as I like to call it, the reverse beach episode,
but
because
before,
it's not much of a time waster, nor does it have a shit ton of fan service like most beach episodes do.
yeah, I know it's pretty cool. But before we
Yeah,
get too in detail, I just want to go over the beach time with Gojo. To me, the
yeah,
sand looks, but Bobsto,
dude, the sand looked
Bobsto,
pretty good.
Bobsto was about to pull out the gat and start popping out about that sand, dude.
This is
Like,
the sand. This is good looking sand.
I said that I didn't like the sand, and Bobsto's like, "What? What did you say?" I was like, "Dude, don't stab me. Like, like, I
I
just
hate the
don't like.
sand.
I don't like.
It's okay. It's okay to hate
I
sand.
am the sand
You hate
guardian, guardian of the sands."
you hate the sand. It's coarse and it's rough and it gets everywhere.
I'm right. I mean, I really hate sand. I don't like going to
Yeah,
the
I
beach
mean
or
sand
nothing like
sucks.
that.
I can admit sand sucks, but the sand looked it was good looking sand.
Um,
Uh, they're chilling. They got fries. They're snacking down on some fucking fries. In the
yeah.
burgers.
And
And all of
then
a sudden, if we get introduced to probably my favorite character in the series, the
Kevin
Chad
Burnett.
Bird.
Kevin Durant.
The,
It's a
he,
it's a big
he
ass
fucking
bird in the sky who scoops down and
he gets
takes.
that fucking he gets that beast trigger.
He gets that beast trigger.
I have in my notes, bird gets a fucking beast trigger.
We got introduced to Kevin Burnett.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude. It's sad he only appears in one episode.
it's
I think
sad, man.
he got screwed out. He got
Yeah.
screwed out of more episodes. But
Talk about a letdown in the
that
budget, man.
leads to where they're still trying to vibe on this beach, but this bird keeps fucking following them. So what does Gojo do?
Throws his fries up in the air, and the
Not
bird
just
catches it
yeah, dude.
mid-air.
This fucking bird, dude.
Like no
I don't know
fry
what the
hit the
fuck
ground.
bird is this, but
I told you
dude,
it's Kevin Burnett. Like
bird. This is one chat of a bird.
it's the mega chad of a bird. This bird
It's
is
but
just chilling in
I
the
think
air.
what's impressive, it's not just he's throwing the fry bag, but he throws the fry bag while they're running.
Yeah, it's like, and he did this really cringy like, get out of here, bird. Uh,
Yeah, dude, he sent that shit away. He's like, yo, man, you're going to the fucking shadow realm, son.
but it's just a peaceful date with Gojo eating burgers. It's just
Yeah.
Gojo.
Like any American would, chilling on the beach, eating burgers, fighting birds.
but and Gojo gets this really nice view, and I'm not talking about the beach
Oh,
sides.
and that's over the beach, yeah, dude. Dude, it fucking nearly kills him, dude.
And Gojo,
The wind was not his friend that day.
it was his friend that day. Like it was
It
very much
was, but
his
it
friend.
also wasn't because it nearly fucking killed him.
It did. But and then Gojo exclaimed that he only gets help for the hose. Uh,
Yeah.
he
He's
said
like, yeah,
that he
I've
never
never.
goes out anywhere past his house.
Yeah. And he's out on the beach and he's got this nice shot. I love the animation of the water going like going up through the sand and whatnot. It's very nice water animation. And you got this really fucking beautiful shot. I'm sure you have it in your notes, but this really fucking beautiful shot of Gojo and Kitagawa on the beach.
Yes, I do have that put in my notes. It's
And
very
it's
pretty,
such
dude.
a good look. And it's even, I think, at that point, Gojo's like, I think I see what you mean, Grandpa, about seeing beauty and everything.
Yeah, it's really,
Yeah,
really
it's a
cool.
really nice scene.
But the premise of the whole episode was correct lighting.
Hmm.
That's all this
Basically.
episode was about. Crazy enough. Um,
Hmm. But
but
let's
that
see.
leads us
No,
into
I I do have one more note for this episode, and that is that Kitagawa is now getting about as flustered as Gojo was in the beginning.
she's like starting to fall
She
for
is,
him.
and she is like it's getting like I said, it's getting about as bad as it was for him in like the fucking measuring episode.
Okay, so on episode 9, my first and foremost note is that Kitagawa flashes Gojo, but I cannot remember what
Oh, it's because
happened.
she pulls up her skirt and she's showing off a swimsuit bottom that she
Oh,
was wearing.
that's right.
And
Yeah.
then I can't because this is what the gag because this is part of the gag in the in the opening for this episode where she's like, "That's the same one I sent to you last night, and you didn't get back to me." And then it just does a blackout shot where there's only three objects in focus: Gojo, Kitagawa, and the tissue box.
He's like, I need you to leave right now.
Hmm.
Kitagawa's
Because
just really trying to get him in
dude,
that bone zone, dude.
my dude fucking he beat that shit the night before to that
he,
picture.
he beat the meat. He beat the meat.
He's like, yo, don't look at that fucking tissue box.
He had to
If I
make
blow
up.
my nose, I swear,
He had to
I
make
got a
up.
cold.
He had to make up for that. He had to make up for that meat that Burdant stole.
Ah, shit, hell yeah, man. But
Um,
anyways, Juju's cosplay is done.
yeah, Juju finally
Um,
understands Gojo's really dope ass skills. Uh,
yeah.
and Kitagawa gets embarrassed by Juju.
Mm-hmm.
In a general sense of
Yeah.
she just knows a lot more about cosplaying than Kitagawa does. Um,
Yeah.
Juju knows all these really cool like random facts and random things that you can do about stitching and makeup and all this other stuff. Where Kitagawa was
Hmm.
just talking about randoms. What did she end up saying like three times in a row?
I
Fab,
forgot, but she's
mega
trying.
fab or
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah. Mega. She's saying like different combinations of the word fab, trying to make herself sound like she knows what she's talking
You're
about,
really
but
stupid.
she just doesn't.
But get then
Uh,
Gojo catches those hands from just too
yeah,
much excitement.
yeah, man. And then Kitagawa puts on her cosplay, and the shit's looking pretty tight,
Yeah,
boy.
it's looking sick,
Shit's
dude.
looking tight. You got the fucking big ass. You got the white hair wig. You got
Dude,
the
that
heterochromia.
it's really crazy how great that looks. Like
Right.
I just can't get over
All of
whenever they centered off of it because
yeah,
Juju was like super impressed and
yeah,
but at this point Juju's starting to move in on Gojo as well. And
yeah.
she's starting to fall for Gojo too.
Hmm.
But oh shit, I scrolled up
Uh,
way too high up in my notes. I'm
I
sorry.
I shit, man. It's all good. But
Um,
yeah,
but
it's
either
time
way,
for the heat. And oh man, it's raining again.
yeah, it's raining
And
and
so they
they're
can't get the outdoor shots they wanted to. But hey, they can it makes for some good indoor shots with the cloudy skies and whatnot.
but
Um,
Gojo makes his big entrance with none other than what's her name because I can't pronounce it.
Sajuna.
Is it Sajuna or is it?
Sajuna.
But that's not what Juju calls her.
No, I forgot what she calls it, but
Inui,
Inui. That's their last name.
Inui.
Inui.
I'm gonna go with Sajuna. That is so
But
much easier.
But for this one, because that's their last name, so they're both Inui. But for the sake of it, Juju's younger sister's name is Sajuna.
But anyway, Sajuna
Yeah.
comes in with her new
Comes in.
passion.
Yeah, and but whoa, we gotta take that back because we got a nice little flashback before we see it.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
we gotta bounce it
at
back.
first, because it's just for the sole fact that it's raining in both those shots. I wasn't so sure it was a flashback until a few minutes into the flashback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you got that same feeling.
I yeah, yeah. I mean, I was
Uh,
feeling the same way.
but but this is probably one of my favorite episodes in this season so far.
Why do you say that?
With all we'll get into it. So um back to this one thing we didn't discuss slightly, but back when they first met up with Juju and Sajuna to see the to talk about the cameras and whatnot. They asked Sajuna, well, why don't you cosplay? You'd probably be pretty good at it.
This was
And
like
then
this is when they were sitting down at the photo shoot.
I no no this was when they were at the cafe talking about the photos.
Ah, yeah, you're
But
right.
they
You're
well
totally right.
back in episode 8.
Yeah.
And she was very timid about she was extremely timid about it, and she didn't want to say why. And here we got this scene where Gojo's saying like, well, hey, like, why don't you cosplay? Like, it seemed like you wanted to say something but you didn't. And it turns out that she's just super insecure about herself and doesn't feel like she could do a good enough of a cosplay.
And to be honest, before all of this, before I found out her real reason why she doesn't want to cosplay,
Mhm.
I straight up thought it was because she didn't want to steal Juju's thunder.
Yeah, I thought that might have been the case too, but then when it gets more into that's part of why I love this episode so much. When it gets more into it, is she feels like that people who cosplay hold up certain cosplaying to like this like pedestal of, oh, if you don't, even if you better either you look really good or you just might as well not try because
Right.
it's just
And
trash.
I find that to be
And
absolutely ridiculous. That's a stupid
mhm.
concept.
That it is, but when you're somebody who has like a much older looking body than what you actually are, and are you're also super shy and full of insecurity, like it hits pretty pretty hard
Right.
to have that for that her to have that self-doubt and whatnot, especially whenever she takes the photos of a very popular cosplayer, so that even in a way almost sort of warps her view on the like true nature of cosplaying,
Right.
because she feels like, oh, it must be on the same quality of like my sisters or other professional cosplayers.
But
um
either
but
way, Gojo has been working like a Chad to help
mhm,
pretty much. I refer to them as
and
his harem at this point.
mhm.
uh,
But
Juju's
um
sister enters in as a dude. Like,
yeah.
it
Oh,
enters in as a dude.
mhm. Well, actually, there's still more to the flashback than just that, because it's like half the episode is like them putting the cosplay and stuff together.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
um
just, stuff talking
well, I
about.
mean, there's some other stuff I wanted to say slightly as well, such as I really like when Gojo is encouraging her about, hey, like, no, you should like do cosplay, because of him talking about how he saw very cosplays of various different qualities at like the event he went to, and that she shouldn't have anything to worry about. Like, as long as she's doing like a character she wants to do, that's all that matters. In that case, this is where Gojo also becomes quite the Tomohiro
Yeah,
in this
plot
episode.
twist.
Is I do like the hijinks with them running into chest issues in the flashback as well,
The chest
because he's
issues
trying
are
to
the
figure
funnier
out.
part. He's trying to figure
He's,
out how to get her tits to swell down.
yeah. At that
um,
point, they're like, "Oh, sorry, you going?"
I was like, they're just trying to get her tits to just not be prominent inside of his
Uh,
school uniform. And anyway, like every time
yeah.
that they try to, help that, it just ends up being too
They
much
just fucking
chest region.
explode.
And so they take a moment and they're looking online to see different things that people do, and they found this really cool like chest strap thing. And basically what it does is it compresses the titties down to like nothing, to where it's flat.
Yeah.
But
But it's very nice, and like I said, so that, she walks in. It's fucking, like I said, this is like all of this is just part of why I think this is like my favorite episode in this season. The overall just like support from like Juju, and how everybody's like, this cosplay looks really good, and it gives Sajuna this big like confidence boost, and it's just a wholesome like family moment between these two sisters. And it just it's something about it struck a chord with me, because I've been there. I've dealt with heavy feelings of like insecurity and whatnot.
I think we all have at some
And
point
so
though.
yeah, but something about this episode like just struck a fucking chord with me.
It's a nice episode
And
though.
it's a nice episode.
Uh, Probably not my favorite, but
Hmm.
we'll move into my favorite.
Hmm.
um, is there anything else you want to talk about the flashback stuff,
uh
or
no, that's all good. It's just that when she comes out, and the fucking
she comes out
uh
as whatever that
is it,
dude's name from
I think
the
his name is
same.
Soma. I think his name is Soma, I
Well,
want to
you got
say.
me because I sure as hell don't fucking
Yeah.
remember.
I'm gonna say, I believe it was Soma. But basically, it's
But
like he's like the older brother of the character that Juju's cosplaying.
right, and essentially after she comes out, they just go fucking fangirl all
Yeah.
over. uh,
Hmm.
I can't remember her name again. Screw it.
Sajuna.
Sajina. Let me just pull up these names real quick because I
Yeah.
feel retarded. Okay. Right. Sajina. Got it.
Oh wait, I'm fucking stupid. It's Shinju. Fuck. I'm stupid.
Really?
I misread it. I misread it.
So
Sajuna is Juju.
Sajina is Juju.
It's Juju. No, Shinju. Fuck. I've been saying the wrong name.
Ooh, plot twist.
I was thinking, so they do mention how is Sajina, the Jew, and it's for her name Juju, but you think the second Jew is because for her sister,
Yeah,
like she's the
probably.
second Jew.
Maybe. But
Um, but yeah,
another thing I wanted to bring up in this episode was there's like little slight like intros about or not intros but like little snippets in some of the episodes with manga shots like from the manga,
yeah,
which I found actually really really cool. They just took some
hmm
of the manga shots and then threw it in there so casually, and it looks so good. um
hmm
but after all this, Gojo let out his true feelings about Kitagawa. It made not
hmm
to her, but just casually talking to Juju.
yeah.
He talks
Oh
about
shit, I
how
forgot about that shit. He talks because that's part of like his encouragement towards her.
yeah, and basically
Is
it's about Kitagawa, and he made Juju's sister fulfill her cosplay dreams in this episode, which was
yeah.
really really cool. Like I said, Mega Chad,
hmm
All Might
It's
mode.
he
Uh,
he became a Tomohiro.
but after this, we get to see the booby blaster.
Uh,
So they're getting all excited about all these camera shots and just different things that they're doing, and oh, Shinju, her she starts morbing. It's morbin time.
it's morbid. Oh, it's just like literally, it's like fucking like her chest is like literally like rippling and shit.
It's
It's like
so
a fucking
funny, dude.
transformation sequence. It's just
Oh
like
my
it's like
gosh. Wait, was that in this episode or was that on episode 10?
that's in episode 10. Well, we're already well, the I think episode 9 ends with
Yeah,
the
with the with
cosplay
yeah,
reveal, the big reveal.
but we're
So yeah,
already in
it'd be
episode
in
10.
episode 10.
Okay, I was just making sure we were in the right zone.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's Morbin time. Juju's sister's bazooms just burst.
They fucking they fucking explode.
Like
Um
it cuts away so we don't see them because it's a
yeah.
middle schooler
She's a
Chita's.
middle schooler. Um
So we're not gonna talk about those.
yeah.
It's hey,
Um
hey, hey, we're not gonna talk about that.
hey Bobo, hey, I see you. Both hands on the desk, mister.
Yeah.
Both hands on the desk, you fucking viewer, you fucking degenerate viewer.
So, but I kind of wanted to take a moment from this point on to talk about and discuss some of the relationships between all the characters and the chemistry between each of them.
Yeah.
So I want to talk more about the chemistry between Gojo and Kitagawa, but not just them. Gojo has chemistry with almost every character he comes across. Um,
hmm
so they, Gojo is, caught in sort of a kind of love triangle at this point between uh, Kitagawa and Juju. And I love the different personalities of each person where Kitagawa is so
Yeah.
flamboyant and to the point of things.
hmm
Juju's like really back placed about her feelings and very
Yeah.
civil about things. She's very quiet, contemplative,
hmm
and where Juju's sister Shinju is just very shy, timid,
Yeah.
um, very shy. It's just she doesn't want to talk about anything unless she's addressed. Um, but I just wanted to take that moment to talk about the just the relationships between everybody, just in case nobody was catching on to that yet. Um, just talking about just the general chemistry
hmm
between everybody. It's just absolutely incredible how the anime actually portrayed the relationships between them to be
Yeah.
so intensive to make you actually care about them like as a person. It's
hmm
really
Yeah.
really cool. Um,
hmm
but
but
sorry.
anyways, that good point. That's a really good talk. I like that. But anyways, Juju's still she's still not liking this hospital vibe. She's still pretty
Yeah,
creeped,
she's pretty creeped out still, and
and and it's not
she
helping that fucking. Sorry, you continue.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I say it doesn't. It's not helped for the fact that that they're having trouble taking some pictures because Kitagawa can't compose herself.
Yeah, so like they're just
She's
having
too
just a,
excited.
she's too excited about the photo shoot, but then we start getting a little swap up of the Juju might have some mixed emotions.
Yeah,
We might be seeing another side of Juju that we didn't know about.
she being kind of a she's being kind of a tsundere here.
Yeah, but basically after all of this like photo shoot stuff, they start seeing uh Gojo's just mended everybody together, but summer
Hmm.
vacay is now a go. It is now a go.
Yeah,
Um Veronica is now
yeah.
the next goal of
Oh,
Gojo.
there's before we go on to that, there's some other little things I wanted to mention about concerning the Inui sisters and whatnot.
Sure, go ahead.
There's a little scene I really like where it's they're at at home at this is post shoot and and Sajina and Juju mentions how she was actually very jealous over Shinju's cosplay because Juju feels like one thing with the Juju's character, she feels like she's slightly limited to the cosplay she can do because of her figure, because she's like super small and looks like a kid.
Right.
Um, and also, I like when Juju is at thanking Gojo for his help and even offers to pay him back for the materials that he bought. They had to buy to
Yeah, and Gojo was like,
cosplay.
"Nah, it's not that good." Another
Hmm.
classic Gojo not taking a compliment episode. It's
Yeah, but
but
also Kitagawa getting mad that Gojo stealthed Shinju
oh, dude, I
into
actually
the
have that put in my notes.
yeah
Yeah,
yeah
about yeah, she finds out that Juju's sister was alone with Gojo, uh, and now she's a little miss attitude about it.
she not very happy that someone another girl was in his house, even though that girl is like a 12-year old.
It very much so is very
Yeah.
creepy.
Hmm.
We're not gonna talk about
But anyway, so yeah, Veronica. Uh,
that.
I love the design for this character. I don't know what it's. I like the shark, like the brash, like shark toothed, like action character.
Bobsto, we
Yeah.
all know why you like this cosplay.
No, I didn't say the cosplay. I said the character.
Uh-huh. We all know why you
She
like the
reminds
character.
me. No, it's not that at all. Her whole demeanor reminds me of something like it's like the main character from Chainsaw Man or something. The way her like she's got the shark teeth and like the brash personality and
You know
whatnot.
who she reminds me of?
Who
She reminds me of that chick from Black Lagoon.
yeah, I can see that.
The ponytail girl. I think it was she had a ponytail. I don't remember.
I'm trying to think.
Like the main chick within the little
Oh, Revy?
Revy, yeah, that's her name.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
That's who she reminds me of.
Yeah,
Veronica is
I can see
basically
that.
just this really brash uh, monster slash woman thing.
Yeah,
But she's got human form, and basically all it is clothing wise is just a strap across the tits and a strap
yeah.
across the hips.
Hmm.
Hey, that rhymed.
Yeah,
uh,
the way the costumes design reminds me of like a way more revealing version of like Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland.
yeah, but she wasn't really
But
revealing that. She just
well,
wore a really skin tight suit.
no. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The Veronica is more revealing.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
No. Shiro wasn't at all because it was just a skin tight bodysuit.
Yeah, but it looked like there was more to it. Like she,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Uh,
this is like if you remove the bodysuit and basically just have like a bra and then the straps at like the on the stomach and whatnot. It's almost like a stripped down version of Shiro.
right. But anyway, Bob. So we kind of need to pick up the
It's
tempo a little bit.
anyways.
We keep getting on tangents about random stuff.
It's all good.
Uh,
Anyways,
but Kitagawa just trying to get Gojo bricked up one last time.
yeah,
um, well, not one last time, with just this next cosplay that she chose with Veronica. And she's
yeah,
just going on a tangent about underboob and how cool
yeah,
underboob
dude.
is.
Dude, other group's pretty good. Yeah,
And
listen,
Gojo's just like,
Ki,
underboob.
Kitagawa is quite cultured. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's more than
She
cultured.
she she got good tastes.
But either way, so Gojo was
Um,
trying to figure out how she was going to pull her off because of the
the
her being
tan.
so tan. But Kitagawa shows up with a brand new idea. She just takes,
Yeah,
she just spends 150 something fucking dollars on foundation to rub all over her body,
yeah.
uh, which would have been a lot cheaper with a fucking
Yeah,
spray
you're
tan.
missing the important part here, where she doesn't tell him she does it. She just shows up the next day super tan.
She does. She shows up next day with at Gojo's place,
That
just super tanned out, and
yeah,
Gojo's like, oh, "What the? Oh!"
yeah.
But then
I
we
forgot
start.
what this. I forgot what this is in reference to, but I assume it was an ass shot because all I have on my notes is just ass.
Oh, it was when or it's whenever Kitagawa was going to the bathroom, the shower,
Yeah, yeah, okay.
and Gojo's sitting outside of the door to for some reason I can't remember what he was sitting outside the door for. Uh, but she was teasing him about it, like this is just
Yeah,
your way of
yeah,
trying to see me naked, isn't it?
yeah. That's what it is.
But
Um,
it's weird that she
uh,
uses foundation. But let's just talk about how she went from like Diglett to Casper. Like she just went from like super tan to like super white in
hell
like a
yeah.
snap of a finger. For
Hmm.
anybody who don't get the
Um,
Diglett joke,
I'm sure they. I'm sure,
I'm
listen, if anyone's listening to
sure
this
they do.
podcast, I'm sure they get the Diglett joke.
Maybe not
Uh,
everybody's a Pokemon
uh,
fan,
I don't know, but either way,
but
but go. I like Gojo's quick thinking with how they got around the shark teeth
oh
dilemma, because
yeah,
they're like, oh, but you can't use like fucking fake like Dracula teeth. It's just gonna look tacky, and you're gonna speak with a fucking lisp. And
but
so
he ends up
he
what did
fucking
yeah what did he use?
he modified fake nails.
That's what it was. It's man, it
And
was
then he
crazy.
basically got it to where you just stick them to your teeth, and that way you got shark teeth after that.
But
It was a really
at
smart move on Gojo's part.
yeah, and then Gojo is talking about the actual suit itself, and no 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 no. This is she was gonna put the foundation back on, and Kitagawa said, "Hey, I need you to put this on me," and then raises up to where he can see her under boob, and
Yeah,
uh, so Gojo's just trying to figure, like he's just like super red, like no, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing
yeah,
this,
he is
and
he is getting killed by the horny.
Kitagawa is just like, why are you all red? And then she had a flashback about underboob,
Yeah.
and stood up super quick, and got tripped on the chains, and then
Oh
just
yeah.
nailed the floor. But let's
Yeah, I
just
fucking
talk
forgot
about
about that
how
shit.
this. Let's just talk about how this bitch can take a desk to the head full force and be completely fine, but a little bit
Yeah,
of a
man.
floor fucks her up. Like,
Hmm. Listen, man, it's selective. Listen, desk, okay, kind of hard, but hey, she didn't see the desk, so it didn't
yeah.
hit her as hard.
Oh my, you're an idiot, dude.
Yeah, man. It's like our object permanence, when you're a baby, it's like, oh, if you look away from it, it doesn't exist.
Maybe so.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. But when she followed face forward, oh shit, she saw the floor, it's a bump.
Yeah.
Obviously, come on, man, get with the program. Get with the fucking program.
But
Uh,
after all of
but
this, it's
anyways,
clothes
it's
shopping
time.
scenes
It's
again.
Shibuya time.
Yeah,
We
but for
go to
Gojo.
Shibuya to buy Gojo some new clothes,
Hell
and
yeah.
I have one note for this. That's clothes montage, and Gojo has a shirt that'll take you to Flavor Town.
Oh hell yeah. He's wearing
Is he
this
got
really
what
cool
is?
Bobby Flay fucking flame
No, it's like a
t-shirt.
Guy Fieri. It's like a Guy
That's I
Fieri
didn't mean to say
shirt.
Bobby Flay, dude.
Yeah,
Guy
yeah,
Fieri
it's like a Guy Fieri
is just
with fucking flames on it.
flames
There is
on
like a
it.
couple sick ass like fucking Hawaiian shirts he puts
Yeah,
on.
but that's
I
just
would
because
probably
you
want to
like
have
that's
him.
because we like Hawaiian shirts for some
Yeah,
reason.
poor
Uh
Gojo's not enjoying the shirts though. He
yeah.
very much prefers
Yeah.
his doll shop clothes.
But in every scene, Kitagawa looks like she just doesn't like the outfits until
Hmm.
we get to a scene about her getting flustered about every outfit he wears. She's just like,
Uh-huh.
how can a man look this hot in anything? Like,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
and
she is very much head over heels at this point.
but essentially,
Um,
let's just talk about how Kitagawa is low key a simp, but on the very
yeah,
very low down low. Like, uh, she's just a big simp for Gojo.
yeah.
She's
And
willing to buy him
I mean,
outfits.
yeah.
Excuse
But
me.
yeah, poor Gojo says, can you please just not? I can't be around that Veronica cosplay. I'm gonna
Yeah,
fucking,
he said
I'm
that
gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die if I
he gets
see
super
you with.
upset about it. That
Yeah,
he says this time you're gonna have to do this one by yourself. And Kitagawa
yeah.
gets butthurt about Gojo getting horny. Or no, I
Hmm.
put it. It says Kitagawa gets butthurt about Gojo getting the horny.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But
That's what I'm talking about.
once
But
she catches on about how revealing it is, because Kitagawa has this thing about her that she doesn't understand how much is too much.
yeah,
Uh, just because, in the simple fact of it's just because she's used to showing a lot of skin.
yeah.
But
Well, I think a lot. Well, that could be part of it because of her. She does a lot of modeling jobs and whatnot.
yeah,
Um, but also it could just be she's just thinking, oh, it's just a cool cosplay,
yeah,
and not really
and
thinking about, oh, it is kind of bad. It is kind of sussy baka.
but Kitagawa ends up
Um,
respecting my man's wishes, but she wants to
yeah.
simp him a picture.
Hell
uh, 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 uh,
yeah, dude.
I made a joke.
Um, dude, I'll say the music in the scene is really fucking good.
It is
This
very
little scene.
good,
I,
but
I love it's like they use like a lot of sort of like jazzy trumpets in the music for the series, and
yeah, they
it's
really
so
do.
fucking good. It fits
Yeah,
the vibe well.
it's
But
pretty good.
anyways,
But
episode 11 time.
we're almost
This
done.
yeah, we go to a manga cafe.
Yeah, the
I
manga
wish we had
cafe.
the I wish we had
Dude,
these in America.
God, these are so freaking cool. You just go to a cafe, get some food, get a drink, go to the lounge, pick you out a manga, and fucking just chill.
Go into a private room as well with a fucking computer and shit and
It's
just vibe.
so fucking
Vibe
awesome.
and read manga.
I wish we could do this.
Yeah.
Bobsto, we need to come together, dude.
Yeah, man.
Actually, you know how popular that would be?
Very. Yeah, I'd love for us to have shit like that. Like even look for fucking like internet cafes. Like
Dude,
that's
that would
still
be
that's also something
that'd be
that's
insane.
just like that's just like a Japanese thing. And I
Bob's
feel like there's an
look, just think
untapped
about it.
market.
Bobsto and Red's Manga Lounge.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But
Um Gojo's a little too close for comfort in the small private room.
I put in my
He's
notes it says welcome to the Gojo gets bricked up show.
it's the he is in the bone zone, and the bone zone is very small.
It's very, very tiny, except with a very, very tight body next to
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
But I
It's a
like
tight room, but the body's tighter.
let's talk about how the episode resumed immediately after episode 10. Like no
Yeah.
break, no nothing. It just immediately
Hmm.
resumed to them shopping and having a good time.
Yeah.
I found that to be absolutely incredible and really
That's what
cool.
most of these episodes do, and I fucking love it.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
flows so well. I
fucking
really
good.
appreciate it. Um
Um,
Either way,
But anyways, shit gets kind of meta here for a second. I forgot what exactly it was that I mentioned. I remember I mentioned something. I think it's about the um. Oh, I know. It's about the naming conventions of certain titles.
what?
So like when they're sitting down and she's showing him the manga of like the character that the next cosplay would be focused around.
Yeah, the succubus.
It has one of those. It has one of those very specific titles, like reborn as a vending machine, where it's like more like a statement of what the thing's about rather than just a title.
Right.
And then Gojo makes a comment. It's like, well, is that a title? Or is that a the
Okay, I know
description?
what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about now.
yeah,
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah. And it
Um,
got kind of meta, but but it's like a nice little like four panel comedy manga
I,
about a dude who overworks and
well,
the succubus is
this
trying
ain't
to get
just
him to
four
sleep.
panels. It's an actual entire
No,
manga.
no, it's a four panel. She mentions it's a four panel comedy series.
I thought that she
It's
put it in like it was like an actual manga she was holding.
it is, but the way the manga is formatted is four panels per chat. So each chapter is a four panel
Ah,
gag.
okay. I didn't hear that
So when it
part.
was going,
So
so when it was going through, when it's showing the manga, it's showing that gag, which is four panel song.
okay, that makes
Four is like
sense.
four, like a four panel manga is like four vertical panels,
Right.
and they
Oh,
tell
okay.
like
I have
either
it. I do have
yeah,
it written down. It's right here.
yeah,
You were a little bit ahead of me in my notes.
hmm
Um,
yeah.
for some reason, and I don't know why, I have this with no context. Kitagawa understands her limits, but Gojo wets up that slip and slide once again.
Uh,
I don't know what that was supposed to mean. But
I think part
did
of it
she
was
get
because
flustered in this
I
or
think she said she doesn't think she could pull the cosplay of this character off.
it was about the ponytails?
It was the ponytails. Yeah, yeah. She's like, I
That's
don't
what
think
it
I can
was
pull pony.
about.
I don't think I can pull ponytails off. And
And
go just like, well, I think they look good on you.
I think they'd look incredible on you. And wets up that slip and slide, bud.
Yeah, she's
Um,
fucking soaked,
Kitagawa
boy.
just doesn't know how to handle Gojo sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
because he just comes out with like just the most mega Chad statements sometimes. Like,
yeah,
um, but it Gojo's going into Gojo mode when he starts. He's like, "Let me go get some manga for this next cosplay. I'm gonna
yeah,
read it, and
yeah.
so I can do some more research on it." Um, but
Um,
all of a sudden, Gojo gets some new clothes, which is literally the same thing that he was wearing
they're
before.
like they're like a different. They're like a
They're a
lighter
different
color.
shade,
I
but
think there's a little pattern on the side, but they are basically the same robe. They're basically the same robes. Um, I do like how Gojo mentions he has to get creative with his cosplay because the way the character the way the character's drawn on the cover is not the way they're drawn in the manga because it's like a chibi style series.
uh-huh.
The character of Liz, I think it was Liz, yeah. Um, her um, her hair is constantly blocking the back of her body, so you can't get a good view of
What the tail is supposed to be.
what the full costume is.
Yeah, like under, like behind her, you can't see anything
Yeah,
but
you
her
can see the
tail
back.
sticking out.
Hmm
So Gojo goes like really cool, like he shows off his freaking innovation skills once again. But
Yeah,
let's talk about just that absolute weird transition into this hotel room, or
yeah,
Gojo
man. It's
being
like,
super
yeah,
nervous about being in a love hotel.
yeah.
Literally, let's
The
seriously.
second,
It goes from them clothes shopping to boom, I'm in a sex hotel. What the shit? Like what?
yeah, yeah.
And
Because
but
he's like, Kitagawa said she found like a studio space is like very, very cheap. And he's like, "Oh man, what? It's a hotel. Okay, that's weird." And he walks in, he realizes, "Oh shit,
yeah,
it,
it's like
it's a
oh
fucking love
crap.
hotel."
But like it's
Uh,
cool how they ended up explaining the transition. I don't know if you put that in your notes or not, but they explained the transition through text messages.
yeah, yeah,
I thought that was so neat. Like just
that was good. I didn't mention it in my notes, but that is a good
I'm
as a thing
surprised
I
you
did like.
didn't put that in your notes. Um,
Hmm
But they get to looking around the room, and they just found some new tools.
There's
Uh,
a fucking vibrator on a fucking stand.
but Kitagawa, and I put this in air quotes, accidentally gets a sex room super cheap.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Oh, hey, listen. I don't know if you know this. There's some more fun facts. Love hotels are very varied in Japan. There's even specific themed ones you can rent. So
yeah,
this one
yeah,
is themed. This one is
I
themed to
get,
look like, yeah. So
yeah,
this one's the thing to look like an apartment,
yeah. It's like they have
but
different rooms
like
for like different
you can
settings and
get a
stuff.
you can rent a subway themed love hotel.
That is stupid funny.
It
Like,
is.
um, but either way, Kitagawa goes in the bathroom to get ready for the photo shoot, and my boy gets a little too lost in the sauce, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, man.
He clicks on the
He's sitting there.
TV.
Oh yeah. It's like, oh shit! All these TVs, the only thing these TVs have on is porn.
It's so fucking funny, dude. He just gets a little too lost in it, and then
Yeah,
Kitagawa slings the
He
door
turns it.
open.
Oh, I fucking love his. He turns it on. It's super loud, and he immediately just struggles to get the volume turned down on the TV.
But Kitagawa immediately schmooving in on Gojo's sensibilities with the whole
Yeah,
sex room thing, talking about how like, well, maybe we should make it worth our while, like all this dumb
yeah,
shit. She
yeah,
teases
man.
him all the time.
Yeah.
Um,
I like how poor Gojo also took the extra step to do extra research on succubi,
yeah.
and he learned exactly what their true nature was. Like, oh no.
So my notes get very very fuzzy after this,
Okay,
and it's
I
because of what's coming up. I remember the
yeah, man.
scene to a T. It was
Okay,
this. It was this shocking to me
yeah,
that they went this in depth with the whole idea of what they're gonna do.
yeah.
So
I
they
so
start doing all these really cool like photo shoots, like little they give her props like with eye mask and doing
eye
things
mask
that
and
the
chocolate.
yeah doing things that the
Doing
character would actually do in the manga. They took pictures
yeah.
of, and Gojo's like, okay, we need one of you looking over him, and
No, it's one of her doing singing the like the lullaby. And so it's like a photo of her
oh yeah, with her with
doing
the
the
mouth, yeah,
pose.
the mouth
Yeah,
covering,
yeah,
but
yeah,
he uh he comes up with this crazy idea, just like, hey, it'd be
yeah,
a good idea. I need to
yeah,
get a front shot of you doing this, like really close up shot. So
yeah,
what I need you to do, I'm gonna lay on the bed, and you're gonna sit
yeah.
on top of me.
You're gonna get on me fucking cowgirl style, man. You're gonna,
Fucking just goes in.
yeah.
My boy
It's
Gojo
he
schmoovin'.
goes in. It's the
Uh,
equivalent of being like, oh man, I need a dolly for this camera, and then somebody rolls in with a wheelchair,
but
and it's like
he
perfect.
gets this perfect shot, and then all of a sudden, after he
Yeah.
gets this really cool shot, he's looking at it, he's proud of it. All of a sudden, he hears some activities going on in the
Oh
other
yeah,
room.
they got some noisy neighbors.
Yeah, and then everything comes to full circle about what he's doing. So Gojo freaks out. He
Yeah,
says he finally figures out what he's doing, and he starts getting a little growth, if you know what I mean,
yeah,
and
yeah.
shoots up and tells Kitagawa, you gotta get off, and but at the same time grabbing her
You,
fucking waist, and she
yeah.
lets out this like
And she get
weird
it. Yeah,
grunt, and
yeah,
somehow the phone launches from her hands, hits
yeah.
the lights in the room to turn off, and the tension
It's
in this
like,
one part of this scene
yeah.
where it was just
It's
completely
not just that; it
quiet.
also activates the fucking bed bouncing up and down because apparently
Yeah,
the bed's a fucking lowrider.
yeah, this scene, and just for a
But
more serious note, holy crap, the way they depicted this scene.
the
It
tension is so fucking
so
palpable.
let me just set the whole picture here. So Gojo is leaned up grabbing her side, her exposed like sides where her
It,
stomach is.
basically, basically like almost like your hips, like as
Basically,
close as you
just
can,
holding
as
it.
close as you can get to her hips without actually touching her hips.
Kitagawa is just sitting straight up with covering her mouth from that grunt she just let out,
Yeah,
and they're just sitting there
yeah,
quietly
yeah.
breathing.
And it's just fucking deafening fucking silence, except for the slight sound of the neighbors next door.
Yeah, it's
And it's just
crazy
like,
this scene. And then all of a sudden,
and
you know, they start doing this really slow, moving in scene to where they're about to
yeah,
kiss each
well,
other.
like, yeah. Well, what another thing I fucking love about this adds to the fucking, I think it adds to the tension is that Gojo's legs are like slightly raised and then they slowly start to lower
Yeah, that was probably one of
after. It's
the.
like that's like one of like that's probably my favorite part of this scene.
Yeah, he just starts relaxing himself and starts
Yeah,
just getting into the
yeah,
moment of things.
hmm
And we're not going in. Nothing in detail happened, by the way, for
yeah,
anybody
yeah,
still
no.
listening to us. The phone starts ringing as soon as they start to do
It,
that little kiss scene. The phone starts ringing, and
hmm
Gojo whips around, grabs the phone, and somebody else needs the room, so they start leaving. And
yeah,
man, that whole
um,
scene
it's
was crazy. Talk about an
it's really
intense
good.
cock block. Like,
Uh-huh.
uh,
Yeah, not to mention for Gojo's got poor Kitagawa going like a fucking fountain probably at this
oh,
point.
dude, she just kind
She
of like.
is,
Let's just talk about the way that she shifted off of the bed. Like, she
yeah,
just kind of slowly like moves. She doesn't like launch herself. She just slowly shifts her way to the bathroom, and
uh-huh.
but after all
It
this,
is
they're leaving the hotel, and they come across this couple. I guess it's the couple that was taking the room.
that yeah,
And the lady makes a comment about, oh look, well, I wonder how old these guys are. They could. I remember back when I was in high school. I don't know why
yeah,
she looks so flustered. I would kill to be in places like this when I was her age.
yeah.
And I was like, all right, that was a weird
That's like dang,
ad.
damn,
Like,
you kind of a freak lady.
you kind of a
You
hoe.
kind of
You kind of a hoe.
kind of a
Like,
hoe.
but at
uh,
the end of the thing, you know, my boy had to get a quick spank in,
he got
obviously.
he got. I'm glad you also had that. Because I also have it in my notes say he had to
Yeah,
fucking spank one out. And
my boy had to get that out.
that's how this episode ends. So,
Uh,
anyways, on to
okay, let's just move on. Like,
12. Let's just move on. That's all. He spanked it out, and so we're gonna spank it out and go into episode episode
um,
12.
so I kind of got like on the. I just kind of got to watching it and not taking a lot of notes on this one. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you take this one
All
away.
right. Well, you see, being a Japanese, there's a lot of different things between being American and Japanese schools, and one thing about Japanese schools that fucking blows is they got summer homework, and Kitagawa's got to do some summer homework and needs help with it, and so she asked Gojo to come over and help him. I mean, help her, and they do that. She show. There's one thing that stood out to me is that she shows him like a picture of her doing her makeup modeling,
Wait, what?
and
When? Oh yeah, it
oh
was
yeah,
like she was in a magazine.
yeah, it's
That
kind
that
of like her
was
magazine. It's like for like it's like for like makeup or something.
I don't know what it was
And
for. It was just a
the
modeling
picture,
job.
the picture looked really good.
It was
Um,
incredibly well done. And Gojo, I think he ended up making a comment about it, like, so this is what
yeah,
professional looks like. And
hmm
that's where Gojo, you know, he's on top of doing makeup, on top of
hmm
doing seamstress. He's a great cook. He's a great photographer. Like, this dude is
hmm
crazy talented. Like, very
yeah.
very talented.
But
Um,
yeah, Kitagawa is dead set on getting that fucking fancy ass camera. That's like over $1 million.
it's insanely stupidly priced.
Yeah, I mean it's because they got it's like a fucking professional ass like as Shinju said like in that episode way back. It's like fucking DSLR.
Yeah,
That's just not cheap.
it really isn't, man. I wish I could get a camera like that though. That'd be really
Yeah.
sick. Oh man, I would take so many
Um,
pictures with it.
but while they're over, they said to watch horror movies together.
No, she
Um,
decides to watch horror
she decides to
movies.
watch horror movies. But they watched them. They watched one of them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a cool. I fucking love this. So this is like a weird mix. This is fucking horror movie. It's like all right. So it's like a reference. Like you got it's like a tribute sort of like The Ring, or I guess in Japanese case it'd be Ringu, and then it just turns into you get to the end of the movie, and it's just doing the
The
fucking
chainsaw
Texas
horror,
Chainsaw,
yeah.
a fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre reference. Like
Dude,
it's straight up a reference to the ending of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but instead of Leatherface, it's the fucking girl from The Ring doing the fucking
yeah.
chainsaw dance.
It's super fucking cool though. Like
It's
the
so
way
cool.
that they animated it,
The way this movie's animated is so fucking cool
it's
looking. I'm not gonna lie,
smooth
it's
and very
great.
like I wouldn't even flowy, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh man, it looks so good. When she was
Mhm.
swinging that chainsaw around, dude, that was an insane
Yeah.
scene.
Mhm.
Um,
But anyways, so yeah, it turns out Kitagawa left her shit at school, and they gotta go get it.
yeah.
So they go. There's one thing I mentioned as they're going through the school. There's a shot with these fucking detailed ass bulletin boards.
Oh yeah, the bulletin boards looked amazing. And then on top of
Yeah,
that, the next scene where they're going towards the swimming
yeah,
pool,
the fucking pool.
the reflection of the water off that
Yeah,
pool. Holy crap,
yeah.
man.
Especially when
So, to give y'all a bigger
you go
picture
on.
of what was going on, they were sitting next to the pool with their feet in the water, and the reflection of like you know how like when you're sitting next to a pool you get all those really cool reflective light patterns on your body and clothes. That's what it was showing, and the fact that they animated that in the background like on a fucking top of a ceiling, that's just incredible work, incredible
I was just saying,
animation.
but you got the fucking reflection on the skin and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like just
Yeah,
the
dude,
absolute fucking detail that the studio
it's
went in.
fucking
It's crazy to
great.
think that this is the same studio that made Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
It blows my mind how detailed this anime is compared
Hmm.
to, which I get that Fairy Tail's old. I get that it's an old anime, and I guess it was really good for its time. But
Yeah.
man,
I mean, even then, like the anime, like there's certain shots that look a little like I guess you could say almost like flat. I guess you
yeah,
say, but here it is like full, like everything's like full. There's not there's not a scene in this I would say is like flat. Like
yeah,
it's like
nothing.
very
But I think it was just
pronounced.
because the way that they're doing anime now, they're budgeting things
Yeah.
better and they're
Yeah.
allowing the animes to look better by doing these little
Mhm.
hiatuses
Yeah. Well, I
between
mean,
the seasons.
this was just a straight up 12 episode season. Like it's not even a cut in half season.
Wait, I thought that's the way Spy Family was going to be too.
That's what Spy Family is doing, but My Dress Up Darling, to my knowledge, is just 12 episodes for the moment.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. All right then.
yeah, I think so. Unless they announce
I
otherwise.
guess it would make sense
Uh,
though that the end of the season would be the end of summer.
yeah.
So I guess, the way if they did wrap it up that way, that wouldn't just be the end of the world. But
Hmm.
let's get into one of mine and Bobsto's favorite scenes in this entire
The
anime.
festival is it the
It's
festival?
the festival with
Dude, this entire fucking festival.
man, she goes all out. She goes and gets her
Yeah,
hair done, which y'all will see the picture of her wearing her kimono. Did I say that right?
yeah, yeah, Kimono, yeah.
Yeah, I know
Right.
things. She gets her hair done. She gets her makeup done. Her nails are done a specific way. She's wearing her
Yeah,
kimono dress, which looks amazing on her. And Gojo loses his shit.
yeah,
Uh,
man. So,
uh,
in this world, we got the age old fight between tits or ass, but Gojo here, he's a neck person.
yeah, Gojo gets called out and kink shamed. Like,
He likes that neck. He got a nice
Kitagawa is
neck
giving
bow.
Gojo some mad nick.
Yeah.
but
Oh
but
yeah.
in but in the more humble, not freaky deaky way.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, but Gojo's quite hot and heavy, I'd say.
yeah, over this woman's neck
Yeah,
being
yeah, man.
exposed. But then they go on this crazy food binge across the festival,
Yeah, dude.
and
Man.
they start moving from booth to booth to booth. Gojo's got so much food in his hand that he doesn't know what to do with it. And
Mm-hmm.
then over the announcements, they talk about the fireworks show.
Joe.
Oh my god,
And
dude.
I get to the fucking fireworks show, and it's one of the prettiest things I've fucking seen.
Man, it's
It
really fucking
it's
pretty.
this it's first it's like starts off it's like usual fireworks, but then it goes into this fucking panoramic shot.
Which y'all seen the some of the fireworks scene in the intro?
Yeah,
Um, it just looks absolutely incredible, and we get another fantastic. Did you want to explain any more
we
about?
get well no, it's like it's not we don't just get like one fucking shot, we get two shots
Yeah,
of this.
we get a main shot with both him and Kitagawa, and then it goes over to a scene where you can see the reflective fireworks off of Gojo's face
Yeah,
into just Gojo with the fireworks popping off above him.
yeah.
That was so cool and just really well animated and done because the fireworks don't just, look all crazy. They're very articulated and pop off, and you can just
Hmm.
see them expand slowly and very like 60 framey is what I would rather put it. It
Yeah.
just looks absolutely incredible the way that these fireworks look.
Hmm.
But
And the music in this scene's really fucking good too.
oh yeah, definitely,
It's
very
like
much
it's
so.
a straight up full on song that's playing, and it's a really really good song.
Yeah, it's really freaking good. But then we get into another really cute, wholesome tension scene between him and Kitagawa, to where Gojo again is about to lean in for a kiss,
Yeah.
but Kitagawa ruins the
she
tension.
she she hits it's like, yo, look at my tongue, it's blue.
She just sticks her tongue out, and Gojo's like, "Your tongue is blue."
Yeah. She's eating that fucking snow cone, dude.
And
Um,
he had never seen it. That's crazy, dude. That you just don't
yeah.
get out long enough
Yeah,
or
dude. Well,
ever
he's
to
like, he spent
understand.
all his time all his time spent either at school or just at his granddad's shop.
But we get a really cute scene between him and Kitagawa where Kitagawa ends up fucking up her feet because of the what do they call those sandals? It's not sandals.
Ah, I forgot.
Either way, but it's these really cool like wooden sandals that they wear in Japanese culture.
Tat,
Um,
I was like Tabby. I
I
think. I think that the Tabby.
you know
I'm
before I
not so
would, dude.
sure.
But it tears up her feet. So Gojo carries her
Yeah,
around, and the fireworks are still going off above them, and they're just having this really cool talk between
yeah.
them and about school starting back and all this other stuff. And
Hmm.
well, there was something else in this scene that they were explaining.
Uh, uh, I forgot.
But
Um,
anyway, the that leads us into the end of the episode with a
yeah,
great phone call.
yeah, dude. I fucking this scene's really good too.
So
Which it
I'll
was a
let
post credit scene too. We thought it was just the end of the episode, but then I saw oh, it's like a few more minutes like past where the credits would have ended.
I thought this was really cool. It ended so well. I love the way
Hmm.
that this anime ended with on
Hmm.
episode 12. But I'll let you go ahead and explain this one.
So yeah, first Gojo gets a call from Kitagawa. It starts out with she's like, "Yo, decided to watch that other horror movie," and she's like, "I'm freaking out, man. Can you just like just stay on the phone with me while I try to sleep?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And they just start just reflecting on the time they spent together for the past year. And it's just really wholesome. It's just
Yeah.
this very nice, and you got this cool ass like side by side shot where it's like them laying on their beds, and there's a black line dividing them, so it looks almost like they're in the same like shot,
And it's not even a
but
black
they're
line,
not.
dude. It mashes in
Like
so well you
it
can't even
mashes
tell.
in, and it's just
Um,
such a nice little way to visualize this phone call.
but Gojo ends up
And
going to sleep,
yeah,
and we get a great little tidbit from Kitagawa.
yeah,
Uh,
she confesses her love. She tells him, "I love you,"
but
and it's
Gojo did
very
not hear it because he's
uh-huh.
asleep. But
Hmm.
it was just very cute,
And
and
but
the whole
it's
scene.
very nice, wholesome scene, and then that's the end of the first. What I hope is the first season of Dress Up Darling. I hope this
They
gets a next
better
season.
get another season, dude. If they don't,
I'm
I'm
sure it
gonna
will.
scream because this is the first slice of life anime that I've watched in a while that I just really, really like.
Hmm.
There was one that I saw on Crunchyroll the other day that I want to go back and watch because I've watched a good bit of it, and then stopped watching it because I didn't have the time. And it was about this little girl, or not little girl. She was actually like in high school or something.
Toradora,
Torado, how'd you fucking know that, dude?
because this was something you talked with me a shit ton about when you were watching it in college.
Yeah, Toradora, and
Yeah,
I loved Toradora. Just, but
yeah. But
that
anyways, that's my Dress Up Darling.
yeah,
Um,
it was a very
I,
bittersweet ending to this, just because we can't continue watching it.
yeah.
I would
Uh,
love. I can't wait to do the other if they make another season.
I don't know,
I'm so down.
we'll be watching it
We will be
as
covering it per episode.
soon as it happens, per episode as it comes out. Um, but no, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, like as a testament to how much you enjoyed it, before we even finished the season, you bought up like 3 or 4 volumes of the manga.
Yeah, I bought up 4 volumes before I even finished it. That's how in depth
Yeah.
I was with it. I was so engulfed in this anime, just how great but I'd have to say that the key points for me were not only just the how great everything looked, but the character development and the tension.
Mhm.
It was really, really, really good to me. Just how much the characters flowed with each other
Yeah.
and ended up, you know, growing. Like each character really grew as a person in every scenario that they put them in each episode.
Hmm.
It wasn't just rushed. It wasn't pushed in. It was just very progressive build up on.
Um, it was very well paced too, because there were points where we didn't even realize we were close to the end of the episode, or that an episode was about to end until it ended.
Yeah, and let's talk about the mid episode intros.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
So there's some episodes that would go on for like 7 minutes before the opening would play,
yeah, it
and
was
that's kind of
crazy.
crazy because we aren't really used to that either. We're used to either like a minute or two and then the opening, or just straight up the opening.
But anyway, Bob, so
But no, it's really good.
that was
Um,
mine. What were your little favorite tidbits about it?
uh, that's about it. This is the relationship between that. Like I said, I love this current trend of slice of life stories where it's usually about a loner who starts to basically like a person who's like a free spirit, or a person who starts to encourage them to come out of their shell comes into the fray. It's a really good format. It's like this. Like Comey Can't Communicate. It's really good for that similar aspect.
Jujutsu
Um,
Kaisen.
I would say that's for Jujutsu Kaisen, but
Megami is not. I'm talking about
yeah,
Megami. I thought
yeah,
that's.
yeah.
Uh,
But no, I just really enjoyed it, and I'm
yeah,
glad you enjoyed it a whole lot as well.
yeah, I loved it. It was
But
absolutely incredible.
without further ado, with the next anime we'll be covering will be Mob Psycho 100. And
Yeah, I'm kind of
Red, I
excited
don't.
about this one.
Yeah. So I think I've told you this multiple times, Red, but the manga that this anime adapts is another manga that was written by the same guy who made One Punch Man.
Yeah, you did. You did mention that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which if it's anything like One Punch Man, it's gonna be really good.
dude. I'm
Um,
telling because I've seen the first season and like most of the second back when it was first coming out, dude. You're in for we're in for a fucking treat.
I cannot
Um,
wait.
but,
But anyway,
other than that, uh, I'm Bopsto, the Elder Weeb,
and I'm Red, the bald-headed wonder.
and you just got done watching the Anime
The
Boys.
anime boys. Have a good one.
See ya.